What if you could make professional motion graphics like this in the next 20 minutes just by describing what you want in plain English? No design software, no technical skills, just you typing a sentence and AI builds it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up from scratch, even if you've never touched any kind of creative software or AI before. A lot of guides I've come across rush through the setup process. They throw technical terms at you without explaining them, and they leave you stuck, lost, or without any real idea of what's actually happening or why. So I created this guide to be beginner friendly so that anyone can follow it. The setup takes about 15 minutes. You only ever need to do it once, and after that, making motion graphics is as simple as having a conversation. You're going to need at least the Claude Pro plan to set this up, which is what I have, and it's about $20 a month. Here's what we're building with. Two main tools working together. The first is the code section of Claude Desktop, an AI made by Anthropic. Think of it like a supercharged version of the normal Claude chat window that you might have used in your browser before. Claude Code can chat with you, but it's really for building things, creating files and running processes on your computer while you chat with it. You don't write code, you just talk in plain language and it turns your ideas into code for you. The second tool is Hyperframes, made by Heygen. It takes whatever Claude builds and exports it as a proper MP4 video file up to 4K quality, ready to drop into editing software or upload anywhere. Together, these two tools turn plain English into professional video. Let's get set up. First, we'll install some things that run in the background that Claude Code and HyperFrames can call on. It's pretty simple, but I'll walk you through it. After this step, you never touch any of these again. They just sit quietly in the background doing their job. Links to all downloads and things that you need to copy and paste are in the video description below. Start with the Claude Desktop app because this is the app that you'll actually be working in every day. Go to claude.ai/download and download the desktop app for your system, Windows or Mac. Install it, open it, and sign in with Anthropic or Claude account. When it opens, it'll ask you to point it to a folder on your computer. This is just where it saves your projects. So create a folder called Motion Graphics, for example, somewhere sensible, and point Claude Code at it. That's Claude Code installed. Next, go to Node.js.org. Click it, download it, run the installer, click Next through everything. Default settings are perfect. So what is Node.js? It's a free background engine. Think of it like installing a language pack. HyperFrames is written in a language that your computer doesn't speak by default, and Node.js teaches it that language. You'll never open it or see it again. It just needs to be there. FFmpeg is a free video tool that works invisibly in the background. When HyperFrames finishes creating your animation, it's produced hundreds of individual image frames, one for every moment. FFmpeg's job is to stitch all of those frames into a single MP4 file that you can actually play and share. I'll show you how to do it on PC and Mac. For the easiest installation, go to the description of this video and copy the text that says winget install Gyan.FFmpeg for PC, or brew install FFmpeg on Mac. On PC. Now we need to open a terminal. A terminal, also called a command prompt or command line, is a text-based window where you can control your computer by typing instructions instead of clicking buttons. You type a command and press enter. The computer reads it and does what you asked. It looks old-fashioned and maybe a bit intimidating, but it's just another way of talking to your computer. The easiest way to open it is to press the Windows key plus R, type CMD and press enter. Or you can right-click the Start button at the bottom left of your screen and click Terminal from the menu that appears, or click the Start button, type Terminal in the search bar and click the result. Any of those will open a black or dark window where you can type commands, and that's the terminal. Now, we just type or paste in winget install Gyan.FFmpeg and we let it install. Once it's done, you never touch it again. On Mac, there's one extra step. You need a tool called Homebrew. It's a free package manager that works the same way as winget. I don't have a Mac, but I can talk you through the steps. To get Homebrew, go to the site linked in the description, https://brew.sh, and open a terminal by going to Applications, Utilities, and paste in the copied link from the Homebrew website. Once Homebrew's installed, you just open the Mac terminal again and paste in the following from the video description: brew install FFmpeg, and that's it. One command, everything else is handled for you. Go to the Hyperframes website. You can see a link here to install Hyperframes in Claude Code. Click the icon here to copy the link and then go over to Claude Code and paste it in. Claude Code will take care of all the installation for you. So now we're going to build something. The first thing you do with any new animation is ask Claude to set up a project for it. Just type this: create a new Hyperframes project called My First Video Test. Claude creates a folder with everything it needs inside. You don't need to know what those files are. Claude manages all of it for you. Before we go any further, there's one thing I want you to understand right now because it changes everything. From this point on, if you hit a problem, an error, something that doesn't work, a tool that's missing, you don't need to Google it. You don't need to figure it out yourself. You just tell Claude in plain English, describe the problem, and let it sort out the technical side. I'm mentioning this now because it's the most important shift in how you think about this. You're not troubleshooting anymore, you're just having a conversation, and you don't need to understand the technical stuff that Claude will throw at you in the code window. And if there is something it tells you that you don't understand, ask Claude to explain it. You see? Simple. Okay, so let's create something. Just tell Claude what you want. Here's an example. Make me a 15-second animation with a glowing title that fades in and then slides off the screen. Dark background, purple and blue colors. Claude writes the animation and checks it for errors automatically before telling you it's ready. You'll see it working through things in the chat, and that's normal. Just let it run. If you want changes at any point, just describe them in plain English. Make the text bigger, change the background to black, make the fade in slower. Claude updates it and checks for errors again automatically. When you're ready to see how it looks, the simplest method is to ask Claude to give you a Hyperframes preview link. Claude will give you a clickable link that opens up the Hyperframes preview window in your browser. You could do various things here, but that's for another video. The main thing to know now is that you can play back the animation to see everything and whether it looks good. If there are changes to be made, the simplest thing is to ask Claude to make those changes. The window should automatically refresh when the changes are complete. Any problems, again, just tell Claude. Once happy with the animation, go to the top here and don't click export because it will just start rendering the animation. Instead, go to Inspector and then Renders. Here you can select the options for the finished animation. I use MP4, which is standard for YouTube, 4K, 30 FPS, and high quality. And then hit Export here. You'll now be able to drop this into any editing software to add it to your main video. You now have the basic setup to create your own motion graphics. But if you want to take this to the next level, I've been using this for quite a while now, and I have a lot more tips that I can share with you if that's something you'd find helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments below, and hit the like button. And if I've made that video when you're watching this, it will appear on the screen here. Otherwise, watch this one that YouTube thinks will help you next.